salespeople are considered as bullies, and it does not want to work that way. Okay, we're gonna keep it up here like this. I was gonna do it live here with my computer. That wasn't gonna work. I said, you know what? I'm gonna teach it anyway. We ain't gonna let the devil stop us here. Come on now. All right, I got myself situated. We're gonna do a quick live here today. Oh boy. And I'm gonna teach you a little bit about why salespeople are considered bullies when they're selling. One thing is they're so dominating because of the 4 parts of personalities they don't understand. What am I talking about, Henry? Okay, here it is. 4 parts of the personality. Most people, Harvard University even said this, most people, or everybody, falls into one or more as a blend, synthetic. The one part of these personality styles. D, very dominating, very driven. I, inspirational, life of the party, they want to do all the talking. S, they're the stable, the steady, team player. D, they're so critical and so correct. It's a real pain for them to be so correct or so analytical if you're not. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you a little bit about what to do and what not to do. So if you can get in front of a customer to sell anything, right, you need to adapt to their style. You need to listen and you need to ask proper questions. And we know that. Now the driver, D, he's more dominating, he's more driven, he's a driver, he doesn't need much information. My goodness, you give him too much information and he's just gonna go like, oh, got it, too much, right? And so when you come out to a job to him, he's going to say, hey, can you just give me an estimate? Just get right down to it, just give it to me the estimate. Today I am in the office by myself, and don't stop right here, but I don't have something on. 1 second, I'll be right back. I didn't even think of it. This is what happens when you make videos and you're not prepared. Oh my goodness. See if this works better. I come right back. Okay. Got my light turned on. Goodness, Henry, you need somebody here. You need to be on the ball. I wanted to share this with you. I didn't want to have another day go by that you didn't know why you have a hard time selling. So this dominating driver, he will say things to you like, can you give me a price? What's the price? You want the bottom line, give him a little bit of information, and then the bottom line. That's what he wants. So you have to adapt your presentation according. And if you are not a dominant, driven driver type of person, if you are more of the steady or the analytical type of people, you will lock up and you probably won't be able to sell him that well. It'll be kind of hard. So there is techniques and things you say in a certain way that'll get his attention. Of course, I'll get to that in a minute, I always say. And before we get started with the price, tell me a little bit about what type of a roof you're looking at, or siding, or can I show you, can we walk around the house, can we do this, can we do that? And you start engaging. And then before you give all of the detail to him, see, he needs very little detail, not much at all. You say, this roof typically is going to be $20,000. Now, what I can do for you is I'll give you a piece of paper with my product on, like we have product, we sell product packages, and you give him a red pen and you say, I'm gonna get up on the roof, measure it, take pictures, I'll be right back. By the time I get back, I want you to look at my packages for roofing and with this pen, wipe out anything that you don't want. I don't want this, circle this. We got like 3 packages, good, better, best, and that's on the one page, but we have another page for top of the line. So, okay, so he's like, oh, I get to make a decision. And then when you're done, you come down, you look at it, and you say, oh, you chose the center one. Yeah, typically it's 20,000. But now let's go through and see what it's going to be like. Okay, so you're adapting to his style. If you don't adapt to his style, you're going to walk a mile and not have anything. Though, number 2 is the inspirational kind of person, influencer. They are the life of the party. Everything is fun. They want to do things that are fun and friendly, and so you have to use fun in the words. And you come to their house and you say, hey, how's it going? And do your introduction and all that, and survey and whatever you do. And then you'll say, yeah, things like, this is going to be so fun. I bet you're excited about your new roof or the new gutters or plumbing or electrical or whatever it is, right? Anyway, I just thought I had somebody come on and commenting. I was looking at my chat here. So you make it fun, you make it inspiring. Now, what they want to do is just talk. They don't want a whole lot of detail, very much like the driver. They don't need a whole lot of information, but they want to make it fun and friendly, and so you need to cater to that so that you can sell them something. So, all right, got that down out of the way. And again, they don't know what they need, but you need to adapt to that person style. If you're the I, if that's your leading personality style, you can be very, very dangerous. Very much like the dominating, controlling, life of the party, talk everybody out of doing business with you. Interesting. Next one is what's interesting to me is the S, the steady people. They are so steady. 69% of all people are in that S category. I think God knew what he was doing, because if you had too many drivers or too many inspiration people, they'd say how good life is, that everything would be so fantastic, and it wouldn't be, right? And there'll be drivers driving each other up against the wall, and oh my goodness, that would be a pain. These steady team player people, you have to slow down. You have to talk a little bit slower, not so fast so they can follow along. And then when you give them the checklist to check the things off that they want or don't want, you say, and these don't really matter, right? Ask your husband or your friends. You don't have to decide right now. And they're like, oh, wow, I don't want to make this decision right now because I really need someone else to help me make this decision. I don't think I can handle this. That's what they're thinking, but they're not saying that. And they are the people that say, oh, we'll get back to you, and they never do. They'll say, well, I'll call you tomorrow, but they never do. Or they'll say, yeah, you pressure them, or you like, man, it's a good deal. You can't say no to my job. Like, this is fantastic. This is the best deal anybody has ever gotten to you. And you pressure them into saying yes, and then they will call and they'll say and they will cancel. These are the S's that do this. I'm sorry if you're an S. You feel pressured, so you just say yes. But when he leaves, boy, you're gonna let it loose, right? And so if you don't adapt to this kind of a style of selling to the S people, you will be like a bully. And they don't like bullies. They will say, no, I will think about it. I will talk to my husband, my lawyer, my attorney, my dog keeper, my friend, my milkman, it goes on and on and on, right? You get all of those. You need to really understand what is happening. That is why I'm teaching you this. And the next one is the C. Very, very analytical, and they need a lot of information to make a decision. You give them the checklist and you're like, oh, I like this. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And if you can give them the information they need, they will say yes. And they will think you're the best person in the world. They have the most questions for you. If you're not a C or close to a C, you will feel like, oh, I can't deal with these people, right? And if you're a D, very dominant, very driven, you come to a C, you're so inspired, you want to go, yeah, and let's go. You want to make it, you want to go ahead and just get, have us get you on the schedule today. And they were like, oh, no, we can't, I don't have enough information. These are the kind of people, if you're painting, they want to know the manufacturer's recommendation of coverage. How do you clean up your mess? If it's soap, let's say you're doing cleaning in their house, you're cleaning homes, they want to know what's the soap made of. Is it biodegradable? What's the chemical reaction to the environment? What is the safety? Where's the safety data sheet? And if you have all of this information there in your little packet, you will be their best friend, and you will go through this with them, and you can talk through with them, and they will think you are the best person on the earth, because in the end they will say yes, because nobody else listened to them quite like you did. Now, I just gave away 4 different powerful selling points. Why am I doing this? Because I want to help you. The other reason I want to help you is you need to go to the next level. If you've come this far, you're probably thinking, Henry, what else is there to learn? Well, they also have a backside that they don't want to talk about. They have a need to be communicated to in a certain way, or how they feel, how it makes them feel. And there's tonalities that you need to use when you speak to people. Your fairman tonality, your assertive tonality, questioning tonality. You need to learn tonalities as well when you sell. Not only the selling styles, how to ask questions, but also tonality style. If you'd like to learn more, click on the link and let's go. I am doing a challenge Like once a month, I run a 5-day challenge on how to grow and scale your company, your business. If you're interested, just hit the link, do some more research, type in HenrySwarey, and some more of my videos will come in. I have more lessons on the disc. I'm a certified disc trainer. In fact, if you can see right there, it says consultant, and then over there it says trainer. I have 2. Certified by John Maxwell. He's like one of the best. He's got such a good system. I love John Maxwell's disc personality assessment. And there's many more out there in the marketplace, but it's just like an iPhone versus Android. iPhone makes things so easy. Sorry, Android people. A little bit of fun right here. Okay, just like a Windows computer versus Apple computer. Who cares, right? Whatever works for you. You need to know what works for you. Now let me tell you, don't be a bully. Don't be overpowering. If you communicate wrong to that personality style that you don't match up with, you will get a no. I guarantee you will get more no's than yeses. And so that's why some people are so successful, because they are able to adapt really quickly. They're very sensitive to the other person's emotions. They listen, they ask questions, they have this tonality that goes up and down. It's not just monotone and they keep talking and nobody's really listening, because by the time they get done talking, nobody is really looking. They're looking at their phones and they're not really interested in what they're saying, and it's $10,000 and who cares, because they don't know what they're getting. Okay guys, thank you so much. Until next time, I want you to study your personalities and others. Hit the link below and I'll see you on the other side. Bye for now. And now I can end my video, and I'm not even sure how that's done. That is funny. End.